What's going on, everyone? I know I took a week off, but I'm back, and we're going to talk about mine and your business. Yo, so this has really been the theme that has been whipping me into shape, and it's been very good. A good beating, a good beating, and I'm going to share some nuggets here on today that should really help you. All right. So I was just messing around on soprano, but I wanted to make it a point to come on here and do a live stream with you on today, and just to make sure everything is operating the way it should. I'm just double checking on my end. All right. All right. Check 1, 2. Okay. All right. So, so when it comes to minding your business, so this has been the takeaway. This has been what I've been learning. All right. So when it comes to your business, we start off with having a hobby or having something that we really enjoy doing, that we then realize that, hey, we can make some money off of it, right? And so you'll start selling or providing services or having a product that you would share and sell with local people, family members, and then friends. And then they're like, man, you really should do this. You really should make this a real deal. So a lot of times what we'll do is we'll do a DBA, and we'll be operating doing that, and we don't start a LLC. And so this was my understanding too, for a long time as a musician. And so, but you always hear that you should start an LLC or you should have one. And really, I didn't start an LLC until I started doing real estate investing. And because, you think about the liability, or you think about having the protection and things like that, and to make it to where things are not tied to you personally, but tied to an entity that you form. Well, we tend to think that for real estate and things like that, we need to create a business for that. But a lot of times we don't think about, as musicians, a lot of times of going ahead and starting an LLC so we can operate that. We have our music names, your name, music, or whatever. But if you really think about it, and if you really want to scale, you want to have an LLC for your music business. And also, you need to be getting paid through your LLC. Now, why is this important? Because I've been working on my business profile. In my mentorship program, we've been talking about vision, and we've been talking about business plans, and we've been thinking about our future, like setting things up for your children's children, like the next generation. And so really, if you just have everything tied to your social, when we're finished, then everything kind of stops with us. But if you create a business or have a foundation and a trust and things like that, then all of your assets and the ideas and your business operations can continue to go on, or you have a system or a plan put in place to be able to continue on without you. And so that's the thinking. And so here's the deal. Y'all know how I talk about work your business, and then your business will work on you so that your business can work for you. We've talked about that before here. And so that's what's been happening. I took the week off doing the live streams because I was really digging in, working on my business. I was working on my business while my business is working on me. And I'm getting more understanding, and I've been helping my students get their business set up, because it's a few different things that you're gonna need. The first thing really, I would say, even before you start your business, you want to have a virtual address. And so, you know how when you go downtown or you go to certain places and you'll see suites and all these different businesses will be in that, in the suites. But also you have a building, an office building, and then inside of there you can, locate the different business that you need to go to. So you need to have a address that's like that, not a P.O. box address or something that you would get from UPS. That doesn't work. You want to have like your own suite like address. And if you can do that, after that, then you start your business. Now, once you have your business, you start your business, you can put that address with it. Then after that, you get your EIN number, and then you can go ahead and get a bank account. Get your bank account, and then you want to get your Dun and Bradstreet number. That's where you can work on getting your Paydex. And so that'll help with later getting funding and like connecting to your transactions when you do pay or receive income for your business. Now, also, everything that we do as musicians, or if you're in, whatever you do in business, if you're just getting started, you want to have those transactions or those payments to go into your checking account, the business checking, okay? And that way it'll help, because later when you want to get funding, they can see, because that's one of the things they're going to always ask the lenders, like how much money, how much gross income do you have coming in, how much net or whatever. So they want to know that, because if they're going to give you money, they want to know that, you already have success. Another thing that's important that we've gone over too within the group, we talk about business plans. And so I have a resource that'll help you get a business plan, all right? And I know a lot of people even think about ChatGPT, whereas, it's still a robot. I mean, it's still mechanical. You need to know the format, and you need to know the template in order to have a great business plan, and that really speaks and says the right language and gives your potential lenders or whatever all of the details that's needed. And so that's very important. So business plan, your bank account, your DUNS number, Dun and Bradstreet, and then the next thing would be a website, And so I've been working on all of these things, and really for my setup, I have my real estate, or not just real estate, but my holdings group, and then I have Texas Turner Music, and what else? Oh, my foundation, Quamon Fowler Music Foundation. So I'm going through these processes. Well, I'm going through the process for each of my businesses. And so these are things that you want to have in place. And so that's what I've been digging into. And so there's a lot that you learn when you're just doing it by yourself. But if you have someone, an expert or a mentor that can kind of take you through, and then a group that you can chime into to get the accountability and feedback, so that we can go through the process together, that's very encouraging. And so that's something that we've been doing, a part of the Sound Musician Mentorship Program. And y'all know my theme with the Sound Musician is not just having a great sound on your instrument, but having your business together, being able to operate and function, with having the whole picture, or the whole musician being sound off the bandstand, as well as on the bandstand. And so But yeah, that's what we've been dealing with. So this week is exciting because we have, new things that are coming in place for some of the opportunities for those people who do have their business or getting their business and finances in order. We have like some passive income opportunities that you can earn from, create some cash flow from, so that you could have it hidden your business account, and then you can use that to pay yourself and even invest into your music business. But you got to have these entities and your structure set up. And even if you have a foundation, a nonprofit, you can donate to your nonprofit, because the income that you're going to have coming in, you'll have to pay taxes. And so you want to make sure that you can set things up the right way. Now, I'm not a financial advisor or a tax advisor or anything else like that. I'm just applying the things and sharing with you some of the things that I've been implementing from the mentoring and the counseling and what I've gotten. And so as a part of the mentorship program that I offer, I'm able to share it with my mentees. So that's what's been helping us like just move through the process. So it's been really good. It's been really helpful. So I wanted to come on here live and kind of share an update of what's been going on, excuse me, behind the scenes. Okay. And so this has been really good. This has been really good. And if you're interested in being a part of the Sound Musician program, and you want to find out about some of the things that we're doing to get set up with our business, to get set up so we can earn passive income through what we're doing with the Airbnb co-hosting platform, just shoot me a message. Oh man, excuse me. But shoot me a message, text me at 877-360-4014. That's 877-360-4014. And I will get back to you and give you some information so that you can move forward. Oh yeah. So, all right. So that's good with that. We have a performance coming up on the 17th of this month at Scat Jazz Lounge with my quartet. So make sure you put it on the calendar if you don't have anything going on. And let's look over here. And so, yeah, minding your business is very important. What's going on, everyone? Leave me a message. Shoot me a message here on the stream and let me know if this has been helpful. And here's the thing, like focus. People, when you're able to focus, you know how you can take the microscope or the magnifying glass, and if you're outside and the sun is shining, you can put the magnifying glass in a position where the light is hitting a leaf, and if you keep it focused on that for a while, it'll burn a hole into that leaf. And so when you think about laser focus, whatever it is that you want to do, and if you want to get better at that, you got to focus on it and be consistent. And so weed out all the distractions. One of the goals, a lot of the goals that I'm pursuing even now within this year, 2025, in the beginning, I was talking about vision. I was talking about with your vision, out of that, you create a plan. And then once you have your plan, you work your plan. And so as you work your plan, of course, you're going to be able to knock out those milestones that's on your plan. And then the thing that's so beautiful about it, God will open up the resources where he'll give you the people, the resources, the connections that you need, the information that you needed in order for you to walk out your plan. And when you confess things, when you speak things and put it out there, it's like, you know, you will draw the things that you say to you. And that's the powerful thing about faith, faith and then works. Because when you have faith, the faith drives you to do the work so that you can get the results that are promised and due to you. You know what I'm saying? And so there's a spiritual responsibility and there's a natural responsibility, or there's a natural responsibility, you know, that is a result of what we receive in the spirit. And so in order for us to even bring to pass or to manifest the things that come from the unctions that we receive, we have to focus. We have to be diligent to do our part. And I like Deuteronomy. That works too. So Deuteronomy 8:18 says, but remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to obtain wealth, to establish his covenant, even as he swore unto our forefathers, even as it is this day. So he's given us the power to obtain wealth. The thing about it, the power is ability to do work. So we have the power to obtain wealth, you know, and so, but it's required for us to do the work. Another thing that, another scripture that coincides with that, if you think about it, Ephesians 3:20, where it talk about now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we can ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. So it's like, it's still putting responsibility on us to do the work. We got the ability to do what it is that we need to do in order for the promises or the blessings to come our way. You know, whether, you know, you desire to be wealthy, and being wealthy is not just money, it's like understanding. The thing about Solomon that was so phenomenal, in the beginning, he asked for wisdom. And out of him asking for wisdom, then of course the wealth came with it. The understanding and wealth, kind of wisdom and wealth can go hand in hand. And I'm not just talking about people being rich, because you can make money doing a lot of things that aren't morally good or healthy. I'm talking about wealthy is when you're thinking beyond yourself. It's like you're thinking how you can sustain something that'll continually generate income and support for your family and their children's children, and you know, way beyond even our lifespan. Like, that's wealthy. You know what I'm saying? And it takes ideas. It takes your ideas. It takes, you know, foresight, being prudent, you know, preparing for future. You know, you got to think about that. So your actions now affect, you know, what you will, the circumstances and what you set up for tomorrow. And so that's why it's very important to learn. You got to learn, and the more that you learn, the more you upgrade yourself. And so I like this. I've been praying this prayer, you know, God, help me to learn the things that I need to, so that I can implement those things into my life and reap the benefits of that. So, and I've said this before too, there's a gap in between where we are and where we would like to be. And so the distance between where you would like to be and where you are is the difference between you learning what that is that you don't know, that you're not implementing in order to help get you to where you are. Like, so ignorance is hurting you. Or y'all remember I was talking about what you don't know, can hurt you. And so you're paying for what you don't know. And even in the flip side, like the reason why you need to pay for mentorship or pay for coaching is because you get to pay somebody who has gone down a path and has the resources, has the wisdom. You pay them for access to that information, to that knowledge, to so that you can become aware of these things. Now, once you're exposed, now you can start working towards these things. It's like you can be wandering, going left and right, and you're trying to reach success, but you don't really have somebody who is giving you the information where you can just go straight to it. If you just focus on what they give you, then you could have a straighter shot. And that comes through paying for your education. Otherwise, you're going to pay for it, with an ignorance. You know what I'm saying? You know how people pay with their time, or they will pay with their money, end up paying too much money for stuff that don't work. And then, of course, you will learn from doing that. You know what I'm saying? Or you can learn from spending a lot of time and you letting years go by because you really don't know the path that it takes in order to be able to accomplish the things you want. Whereas you can pay somebody who's a coach or a mentor or somebody who has the information, go ahead and pay them. Because here's what I see a lot of times. And I have conversations with different people in business, my peers. And so there's this mentality that people are afraid to pay for education outside of, I guess, and it's a belief thing, because people will believe in the traditional outlets for learning, going to college. And the thing that's ironic is a lot of times those people who might be teaching college really don't have experience in entrepreneurship or running a business. It's more theoretical, and outside in, where they observe and give you information from their reading and study, more so than real application, and really knowing how to navigate entrepreneurship, And so what tends to happen most often, people are going to YouTube, finding these people, following them, and they're paying for their coaching. And it's good stuff. Like I've done this. I've paid for coaching, training, real estate. I've paid for training on marketing, music. And I would say all of it worked. All of it worked. The education that I received, I was able to implement and have access to the resources, and I paid for these resources, and that helped push me along the journey a lot faster, where you can look at other people who haven't paid for these things or who don't have the mentorship, and you can see that their pace or their productivity is non-existent, or it's like they're not going anywhere. They kind of stay at the same place. And that's just because you're unaware, like you just don't know. And but that's why it's important for you to move on these ideas and move quickly. The reason why, even if you pay the money, sometimes people looking at it the wrong way, because they'll look at the price and like, oh, that's a lot. But the thing about it, once you get that information and you're able to land a deal or get access to some resources that will open up multiple streams or a big amount of income that you receive from having paid that initial fee to get in, once you get that, it doesn't matter what happened before, because you got what you needed. And at that point, your income revenue potential is just like wide open. You know, you got all kind of things you could do, but you just don't know what you don't know until you know. And when you know, then like it's on and popping, like you're unstoppable. And even like you remember I always talk about the 4 levels of competence. So we all go through this. It's areas in business, it's areas in music, it's areas spiritually where we just don't know what we don't know. And so the more we learn, we become consciously incompetent. We're made aware of, okay, I don't know how to do Airbnb, or I don't know how to do digital marketing, but now I'm in this class, I can learn, or now I'm able to chime into these Zooms every week with my mentor, he can teach me. And the people who are in the community, I can get a relationship with them so we can learn together. And then what happens, you'll move from being consciously incompetent when you're applying the things that you're learning to consciously competent. Now you know how to do these things. And then the more you do it, you'll get to unconscious competence, where you're just doing it without thinking about it. You're making money, you're posting, you got passive income going from these different sources, whether it be your digital marketing and whether it be from real estate or Airbnb income, Turo income, you know, that you're earning from rentals. Like you got all these streams and all these things happening and working for you because you paid to have access and you were able to learn. Because without that group, truth be told, like it would have never come to you like that. Like even when you judge something from listening to a conversation, like you can listen to me talk and imagine what something would be like, you know, and if you still won't get the same value from being a part of the very thing that I'm talking about. And so it's just interesting how I just at the position that I am now, from the things that I projected or the things that I spoke and the affirmations that the prayers and everything that I put out there, the vision and all of those things. It's amazing how God provides and gives you answers and remembers the prayers and answers those. And once he gives you the resources, and then I have to be obedient. I have to do it. Like I have to pay for that course, or I have to, buy this template, or get the tools that I need that are necessary to have a marketing funnel. You know what I'm saying? Things that you've seen on the outside, now you get the inside mechanics of how all of this stuff works. And then that'll inspire you like, oh, okay. So that's what they're doing. Okay, so now I need to position myself to where I create my videos. I share my information to pique people's interest and get them excited to get on a webinar, get them excited to get on a call with me. Like you see how all of these things work, but it's because I chose to pay to have access. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been on here. And it's been fun, it's been exciting, and even the relationships with people that I've learned. I mean, people who are great with administration, people who are great with marketing, setting up funnels. I've met people who are great presenters, people who are great on TikTok. So it's just been so good just to be around like-minded individuals who are pursuing business and developing their business structure and setting things up, setting up trust and learning about the proper way to go about running your business, making your cash flow come into your checking account, and so that you can pay yourself and pay your foundation, give to your foundation. Like all of that stuff, it's like I'm getting flooded with all of this good stuff that's helping me to set up my business the right way. And so that's what's been happening within our world for the sound musician and those people who have taken advantage of it. All right, so just wanted to come over here and share that. Mind your business so your business can work on you. So, and then once it works on you, then later your business can work for you. You know, that's the system, that's the motto. So I hope this was encouraging. I hope this was insightful. If you want to lock arms with us, just shoot me a text message and say business, or let me know, and we can talk and I can point you into the right direction. If you want to be a part of the Sound Musician Mentorship Program, I got some messages coming in, so people are letting me know they want to they want to get going with some things. But yes, go ahead and go to the link that is in the description. Actually, the number that's in the description, and we will be back with you tomorrow. I got a rehearsal, so I think I'm gonna miss the time tomorrow because I got to practice for a rehearsal with Arlington Jones. We're performing at the Salmon Center. I think for the kids, I think they have a, usually do a summer thing. We'll play some music for them. But yeah, that's it for now. And we will see you all. I'm gonna get back to it. I have like advisors that have been helping me with my business setup. And it's a lot to it. Here I'll give y'all this last nugget. I see some of the messages that come in here. Okay, what's going on, Vince? That's my man. What's going on, Nick? What up? What up? What's going on, Rochella? What's going on? How you doing? So I got some people in here. Any questions or comments? I was going to give you this last piece so that before I leave. So what I was going to tell you is, when you think about being a professional or a master, you think about, you spent a lot of time in that particular area to become a master, right? I've become a master on the saxophone. You know what I'm saying? So I can play the saxophone at a master level, right? I'm a professional. The credibility and all of that is there for saxophone. The question is the credibility and the professionalism there with my business? That's the question. Ask yourself, how long have you been doing what you're doing? Maybe you're not a musician, or maybe you are a musician, but if you're a master teacher or a master musician, just ask yourself, are you a master in business? Is your business at mastery level? You know what I'm saying? Do you have the professionalism that lines up with your business? Does it match? Or does your professionalism in your teaching or your music, does it line up with the professionalism in your business for that? You know what I'm saying? You got to make it line up. You got to make it make sense. And if you don't have that together, I'm going to challenge you to reach out to me and give me a message, hit me a message, shoot me a message, and I'm going to challenge you to lock arms with us so we can help you be sound in that area. Even if you're not a musician, I still can holler at you and turn you on to some resources that I'm taking advantage of that is helping me get my business in order. Like I mentioned, the stuff that I'm doing, the passive income and getting my business set up to get business funding and all of that, that doesn't have anything to do with music. That's like business. So everybody needs to have that together. So I want to help you with some of the things that has been helping me, and I'll get you that information if you just shoot me a text. So that's it. We're done for today. If there's not any questions, then we will see you on the next one. Yes, sir, Vince, that's right. All right, then we'll see y'all. Peace. I think it's covering up my button. It's covering up my button here. There we go.